welcome to Friday on RTO with Iain. Yes, it's still dark. Oh, very early start today. Got some having a cooker put in today, and they give that silly time, any time between 8 and 5. So I thought I'd better get these recorded early, and then I will not get interrupted. I don't know who's more shocked at being up early, me or Rocky. Put him out of his routine. He was not most disgruntled having to get out of bed early this morning, but hey ho. So as it's Friday, it's live album ranking day. I love doing this show because I love live music, and today's live catalogue belongs to the mighty Who. No introductions to this band. Their live performances are legendary. They've made some really good albums live wise, and they've made 16, so we'll have a crack at these. So coming in, we have the Greatest Hits Live, released in January 2010 exclusively on iTunes Store. I haven't got this. I've listened to it. Obviously I have a listen to it when I'm doing these shows. It's not a bad album. It goes from 1971 right up to 2007. So the first little batch of songs, the first two songs come from 1971 in San Francisco, and it's I Can't Explain and Substitute, solid tracks of course. Then we go to Hull in 1970 for Happy Jack and I'm a Boy, and for some reason they dart back to San Francisco 71 for Behind Blue Eyes. Then Pinball Wizard, I'm Free come from the Vetch Field in Swansea, recorded in 1976. Then we go to Charlton Athletic Football Club in 1974 for a medley of Naked Eye, Let's See Action and My Generation. Then back to 73, it's all over the place. 5:15, the Capitol Centre, Largo, Maryland. Same for Who Won't Get Fooled Again. Then we go to a little place called Leeds for Magic Bus. My Generation, probably the earliest recording, is done in London in 1965. Then we get I Can See for Miles. This is done in 1989 in Los Angeles at the Universal Amphitheatre. Same with Join Together, Love Reign Over Me, Barbara O'Reilly, Who Are You, The Real. And then we go to 2002 for The Real Me, done at the Watford Civic Hall. The Kids Are All Right is from Albert Hall in 2002. Then we go to Brisbane for Eminence Front, and A Man in a Purple Dress is done at Nassau in 2007. Okay, it's got some good tracks on it, but if you're going to do an album like this, do it in year order. It's all over the place, so the sound is okay in some, and it's an alright album. I mean, it's got some good tracks on it, of course, so I'm going to give it an RTO ranking of 7 out of 10 purely on the good tracks, because the production, although the production is good on all of them, it varies. That's one of my biggest gripes about live albums. If you can do a live album, do it in one place. Don't do bits from there, because you can't get the same sound. Okay, then coming in number 15. It's an album released in 2007. It was for news. It was available only to subscribers of Who.com. Released in 2007, called Views from a Backstage. Pass. Okay, this is again, it's a bit of a compilation, it's a bit of a recorded all over the place. Again, so we've got on here, we've got Happy Jack, recorded in Hull. I'm a Boy, recorded in Hull, they're from 70. Same with The Quick One While He's Away, that was done at Hull in 70. Magic Bus, but they don't know where it was recorded, but it was 1970 somewhere in America. I Can't Explain, recorded in San Francisco in 71. Substitute is as well. My Wife, that's from that gig, as long as Beyond Blue Eyes, and Bargain. Baby Don't You Do It, that is as well. Then we go to the Punk and Godfather, recorded in Philadelphia in 73. 515 from 73, Philadelphia. Won't Get Fooled Again, Philadelphia 73. Young Man Blues, recorded back at the Charlton Athletic Football Club in 74, along with Tattoo, Boris the Spider, Naked Eye, Let's See Action. Squeezebox and Vetchfield again, Dreaming from the Wastes, Vetchfield, Swansea 76. Fiddle About, Vetchfield. Pinball Wizards, Vetchfield. I'm Free, Vetchfield. Along with Tommy's Holiday Camp, We're Not Gonna Take It, See Me Field, Listening to You. Okay, again, some great tracks on here, some great recordings, but because they're from all over the blooming world, the sound just doesn't sound brilliant. I'm going to give this an RTO ranking of 7.2 because it has got some interesting tracks on it, and they are great. The performance, there's nothing wrong with the performances, it's just the quality of the recording on this. Okay, coming in at number 14, we have an album released in the year 2000. It's one of those famous BBC sessions, and this was obviously the Who. I've got quite a few of these by various bands, and they are really good little albums. It's got some interesting stuff, and they used to go into the studio on air and all that good stuff. So we got My Generation, a BBC Radio 1 jingle they did. Then we get Anyway, Anyhow, Anywhere, Good Loving, Just You and Me Darling, Living Here, My Generation, The Good's Gone, La La La, Substitute, Man with Money. It's obviously a Everly Brothers number. Then they do a version of Dancing in the Street, which is interesting. Disguises, I'm a Boy, Run Run Run, Boris the Spider, Happy Jack, See My Way, Pictures of Lily, A Quick One While He's Away, Substitute, The Seeker, which is an excellent track. I'm Free. Then we get Shaking All Over, Johnny and Spoonful, Johnny Kidd and Willie Dixon, of course. Relive, Long Live Rock and Roll, another little jingle of Boris the Spider this time. Then we get Townsend Talks, Tommy, Pinball Wizard, See My Field, Don't Ever Know Myself, I Can See for Miles, Heaven and Hell, The Seeker, and Summertime Blues. Great little album. It's one of them you can pop on now and again just to go, yeah, that's pretty cool stuff they did for the Beeb. I'm going to give it an RTO ranking of 7.3. Okay, then coming in at number 13, we have an album released in 2018, but it was done at the legendary Fillmore East in 1968. So this is probably some of the earliest recordings of The Who that I've got as an album. Opens up with the Eddie Cochran Summertime Blues. Then we get Fortune Teller from Naomi Neville, Tattoo, Little Billy, I Can't Explain, Happy Jack, Relax, I'm a Boy, A Quick One While I'm Away, My Way, Come On Everybody, Shaking All Over, and Boris the Spider. Okay, it's raw, very raw, but it sounds great for the time. Okay, there's lots of covers on here, but it's still a little gem of an album. I'm going to give it an RTO ranking of 7.5. Obviously all these ones at the moment, it's that classic lineup of Pete Townsend, Keith Moon, John Entwistle and Roger Daltrey. I'll tell you when it changes. Coming in at number 12 then, we have a box set of live material called Joined Together. It's from The Who's 1989 25th anniversary. Recorded at the Radio City Music Hall in New York and the Universal Amphitheatre in Los Angeles. So we've heard some of these tracks before. And the live rendition of Tommy was compiled from two shows at the Radio City Hall and a few from Amphitheatre, of course. So on here we have got obviously Roger Daltrey, Pete Townsend, John Entwistle, with the help of Simon Phillips on drums. He appears everywhere, doesn't he? Stephen Bolton rhythm guitar, and John Bundrick on the keyboards. So we've got the overture, It's a Boy. So we've got Tommy first, 1921, Amazing Journey, Sparks, Eyesight to the Blind, Sonny Boy Williamson track, Christmas, Cousin Kevin, The Acid Queen, love that track, Pinball Wizard, of course, Do You Think It's Alright, Fiddle About, There's a Doctor, Go to the Mirror, Smash the Mirror, Tommy Can You Hear Me, I'm Free, The Miracle Cure, Sally Simpson, Sensation, Tommy's Holiday Camp and We're Not Going to Take It. Really good tracks. And then we get Emerson's Front, Face to Face, Dig, I Can See for Miles and Miles, A Little Is Enough, 5:15, Love Rain Over Me, Trick of the Light, Rough Boys, Join Together, You Better You Bet, really good song that is, Behind Blue Eyes, You Won't Get Fooled Again. Great concert. The mixing of this is really good. Because it's done in 1989, you can very hardly tell that the sound's good. I reckon there's a few bits of fading on it, in and out, but it's an enjoyable show. The version of Tommy's pretty good. Great version of You Better You Bet live. So I'm going to give it an RTA ranking of 7.9. Okay, coming in at number 11. Go to an album recorded in 1970, live at Hull. Classic lineup, of course. It's a bit of a cheat when this is. Some of the bass on this didn't work because it was recorded on the Pi Mobile unit. So I used the bass from the previous night's performance at Leeds. Tracks on here is Heaven and Hell, I Can't Explain, Fortune Teller, Tattoo, Young Man Blues, Substitute, Happy Jack, I'm a Boy, A Quick One, Summertime Blues, Shaking All Over My Generation. Then we get Tommy in its entirety. We've already been through all the tracks. Basically it's of another album. I don't know why they released I don't understand why bands release out live albums that literally on the same tour, and these are the two nights, one at Hull and one at Leeds. The recording on this is not as good. It's a shame really, but there we go. But I've given it an RTO ranking 8 out of 10 just for its nostalgia. So there we go. So we're going to the top 10. Okay, number 10 then is recorded at the Royal Albert Hall in 2002. There's quite a few guests on here. It's John Entwistle, Pete Townsend, Roger Daltrey, and Zach Starsky, John Brunrick. We've got on this album, we've got I Can't Explain, Anyway, Anyhow, Anywhere, The Pinball Wizard, Relay, My Wife, The Kids Are Alright, All the Things, Mary Ann with the Shaky Hand, Bargain, Magic Bus, Who Are You, Barbara O'Reilly, Drowned, Hang, Heart to Hang Onto, the Intro, Sad About Us, I'm the One, featuring Eddie Vedder. Getting in Tune featured Eddie Vedder, Behind the Blues, You Better You Bet Again, The Real Me, Won't Get Fooled Again, Substitute, Let's See Action, My Generation, See Me, Feel Me, Listening to You, I'm Free, I Don't Ever Know Myself, Summertime Blues, and Young Man Blues. Excellent album, great sound, all from the same gig. The vocals on here from Roger are fantastic. And I'm going to give this an RTO ranking of 8.4. Okay, coming in at number 9, released in 2006. It's live at the Isle of Wight Festival from 2004. Then return to the Isle of Wight Festival after their magical one in the 70s. On here we've got, of course, Roger and Pete. Keyboards as ever, John Brundrick. Zach Starkey on the drums. Bass is Pino Palando. On here we've got opened up with I Can't Explain, Substitute, Anyway, Anyhow, Anywhere, Who Are You? Behind Blue Eyes, Bargain, Baba O'Reilly, The Punk and the Godfather, one of my favourite tracks by The Who. Love, Rain Over Me, Eminent Front, Ground, Naked Eye, Real Good Looking Boy, You Better You Bet, My Generation, Old Wed Rhyme, Won't Get Fooled Again, Pinball Wizard, Amazing Journey, Sparks, See Me Feel, Listening to You in the Magic Bus. Again, great little album, great production for an album that's done outside. And I'll give it an RTO ranking of 8.5. Okay, coming in at number 8. The album that was sold exclusively from the now defunct musicmaker.com. I actually got a copy of this, and it was Blues to the Bush. It's a live album recorded at the House of Blues in Chicago. Never saw a gig there, but I know where the House of Blues is. And then some of it's done at the Empire Theatre in Shepherd's Bush, all done in 1999. On here we've got the Roger Daltrey, John Entwistle, Pete Townsend, and the help of John Brundrick and Zach Starsky on the drums. Usual sort of suspects on here, I Can't Explain, Substitute, Anyway, Anywhere, Anyhow, whatever way you want to put it. Pinball Wizards here, My Wife, Baba O'Reilly, Pure and Easy, Better You Bet, I'm a Boy, Getting in Tune, The Real Me, Behind the Blues, Magic Bus, Boris the Spider, After the Fire, don't get many live versions of that, Who Are You, Won't Get Fooled, The Kid's Alright, and My Generation. Excellent album. Again, just great. It's just great. A great Who album live. Production's pretty good, and they sound on fire. This was a good band when they had these five together. Absolutely brilliant band, and I'm going to give it an RTO ranking of 8.6. Okay, coming in number 7. Recorded in 1982. Live from Toronto. It was recorded at the Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto on the last concert of It's a Hard Tour. On here we've got Roger Daltrey, Pete Townsend, John Entwistle, Kenny Jones and Tim Gorman. Opens up with My Generation, I Can't Explain, Dangerous, Sister Disco, The Quiet One, It's Hard, Eminence Front, Baba O'Reilly, Boris the Spider, Drowned, Love Ain't for Keeping, Pinball Wizard, See Me, Feel Me, Who Are You, 5:15, Love, Rain Over Me, Long Live Rock, Won't Get Fooled, Naked Eye, Screen Box, Young Blues, Man Buse, Twist and Shout. Excellent album. Sound quality is a little bit ropey, but on the whole it's great hearing a live album with Kenny on it. Good drummer, of course. Pete Townsend's on fire as usual. Excellent album, and I'll give it an RTO ranking of 8.8. Okay, coming in number 6 we have Who's Last. Recorded in 1982 during what was billed as the band's farewell tour. It was released in 1984 and was to be the band's last album. On here we've got the same lineup as the previous album: Roger Daltrey, Pete Townsend, John Entwistle, Kenny Jones and Tim Gorman. Basically it's the same set, near enough, as the previous album. So we've got My Generation, I Can't Explain, Substitute, Behind Blue Eyes, Baba O'Reilly, Boris the Spider, Who Are You, Pinball Wizard, See Me, Feel Me, Love, Rain Over Me, Long Live Rock and Roll reprise of Love Rain Over Me, Won't Get Fooled, Dr. Jimmy, different track, Magic Bus, Summertime Blues, Twist and Shout. Again, awesome album, nice rocker. So I'm going to give it an RTO ranking of 9 out of 10. Coming in at number 5 from 2013, Quadrophenia live in London. Good at the Wembley Arena. On here we have got Pete Townsend, Roger Daltrey, John Entwistle, because they did a bit of a video of him on there. There's some bit of Keith Moon on it, pretty good. Additional musicians with who this time were Simon Townsend on guitars, Frank Symes on the keyboard, Pino Palladino on the bass, Scott DeVers on drums, John Corey on piano, Lauren Gold keyboards and backing vocals, Dylan Hart horns, Reggie Grisham horns. So basically we have a great album, Quadrophenia. Just run through the tracks for you. I'm sure you all know of them. It's I Am the Sea, The Real Me, Quadrophenia, Cut My Hair, The Punk and The Godfather, I'm the One, Dirty Jobs, Helpless Dancer, It's in My Head, I've Had Enough, 515. This is the bit of the video of John Entwistle's bass. Sea and Sand, brilliant. Drowned, cool. Bellboy, Keith's film. This is via the recording of Keith doing it. Dr. Jimmy, John's theme. The Rock, which is an instrumental track. Love Rain Over Me, Who Are You, You Better You Bet, Pinball Wizard, Barbara O'Reilly, Won't Get Fooled Again, and Tea in Theatre. This is an excellent album. The whole album being played live is awesome. I love that album anyway, and to hear it live, okay, it's not the original band, but it's still great. You've got Pete Townsend there, and Roger Daltrey sounds brilliant on it, so I'm going to give it an RTO ranking of 9.4. Okay, coming in at number 4, released in 1996, and it's the famous Isle of Wight Festival, recorded in 1970. Excellent this is. Heaven and Hell, I Can't Explain, Young Man Blues, I Don't Even Know Myself, Water, Overture, It's a Boy, 1921, Amazing Journey, Sparks, Eyesight to the Blind, Christmas, The Acid Queen, Pinball Wizard, Do You Think It's Alright, Fiddle, Tommy Can You Hear Me, There's a Doctor, Go to the Mirror, Smash the Mirror, Miracle Crew, I'm Free, Tommy's Holiday Camp, We're Not Gonna Take It. Then we get some rock and roll, shaking all over, Summertime Blues, and then Substitute, My Generation, Naked Eye, Magic Bus. This is probably one of the better versions of Tommy. It sounds brilliant on here. It is a landmark concert. Great sound for recorded in 1970, and I love listening to this album, and I'm going to give it an RTO ranking of 9.5. Okay, coming in at number 3 from 2015, Live at Hyde Park. This features, of course, Roger and Pete with Zach Starsky, Pino Palladino, John Corey and Lauren Gold doing keyboards. Set list for this excellent gig was I Can't Explain, Who Are You, The Kids Are Alright, Pictures of Lily, I Can See for Miles, My Generation, Behind Blue Eyes, Bargain, Joined Together, Better You Bet, I'm the One, Love Rain Over Me, Eminent Force, Amazing Journey, Overture and Sparks, Pinball Wizard, See Me, Feel Me, Listening to You, Barbara O'Reilly, Won't Get Fooled, The Seeker, The Kids Are Alright, You Better You Bet, and Squeeze Box. They do You Better You Bet again. Excellent album, excellent production. People's always not the Who. Who cares? It's Who songs. Roger's singing them and Pete's playing the guitars. I love this album. So I'm going to give it an RTO ranking of 9.6. Okay, coming in at number 2, Tommy live at the Royal Albert Hall from 2017. Helping Roger and Pete this time is John Button, Simon Townsend, Zach Starsky. I'm not going to go through the track listing because we know it's all Tommy until we get down to the last few tracks, and that was I Can't Explain, Joined Together, I Can See for Miles, Who Are You, Love Rain Over Me, Barbara O'Reilly, and You Won't Get Fooled Again. This is a fantastic show. I've seen the DVD to it. Unbelievable version of this. I love Tommy. So even it sounds as good as it did from the 60s. Excellent album, excellent production. I'm going to give it an RTO ranking of 9.7. Okay, coming in at number 1 then. One of the ultimate live albums ever put out in my eyes. Recorded at the University of Leeds in 1970. When this first came out, it was just a single album, but eventually they put it out as a double. They remastered it and played around with it. It's probably the greatest performance of that classic lineup: Roger Daltrey, Pete Townsend, John Whistle and Keith Moon. It's live at Leeds, of course. This is a superb album. To me, it's the quintessential, and you've got probably some of the best versions of these tracks. Opens up with Heaven and Hell, I Can't Explain, Fortune Teller, Tattoos, Young Man Blues, Substitute, Happy Jack, I'm a Boy, A Quick One While He's Away, Summertime Blues, Shaking All Over, My Generation, and Magic Bus. And then we get a mind-blowing rendition of Tommy. This is the best version of Tommy that thing. I mean, that single album was great, but to get the whole of the gig, and then you get probably the best version of Tommy. It's even better than that one in 2017. This is pure brilliance. And it's the best version of Tommy. It's even better than the studio version. It's just incredible. So live at Leeds has only one mark, and that's a big 10 from me. It's just a quintessential live album. It takes when Who were really at their magic. It's a great album. Anyway, that's all for this little show. It's getting a little bit lighter. It's nice, it's frosty, lovely winter's morning. I'll be back later, well, very shortly. I'm going to have a cup of coffee and I'm going to record the next show. The next show, it's not an album, one album review. I'm reviewing my favourite albums from 2021. So a little bit different, but I think everybody does their favourite albums from the year, so I've joined the bandwagon. I'll see you for that. Take care for now.